We have survived more than 70 waves in Castle Story, and we're just gonna see how far we can get. As a refresher, this is the hardest difficulty, and supposedly this map is quote-unquote the ultimate challenge. And I've also restricted myself to never make armor or weapons. I'm doing something a little different with this video compared with the rest of the series. Up until now, it's been unscripted live commentary over unedited gameplay. But today I am recording the commentary after the fact and then editing down what I record to just hit the interesting highlights. And here's one such highlight. For some reason, the workers in my quarry refuse to dig out these stairs. It's really messing with their pathfinding. So I need to manually dig out the dirt voxels and place stair blocks. It's really annoying. So hopefully this doesn't continue happening. And here's wave 73 or 74. It's hard to tell exactly because I think the game only tells us we've survived a wave if all the Corruptrons have been killed. And there are probably some surviving stragglers from earlier waves that are stuck somewhere on the map. After passing wave 60, the game stopped telling us how many enemies are still alive, so we are in the dark. You can see that even though everything was repaired at the beginning of this wave, they managed to destroy the blocks protecting our crystal and do a little damage to it. I don't think we need to worry. 5 waves later, and I notice we've lost a couple sentinel wards up top. I assume from wizards hitting them from range, but it's no problem for now. I don't have many tasks for my Bricktrons anymore, so it's really easy to make sure everyone gets into the quarry before the wave starts. You'll be safe there, little guys. And these waves are still pretty easy. Unfortunately, the Corruptrons continue to be able to attack my crystal. Just a bit, though. My crystal can tank a fair bit of damage. The stairs to nowhere on the inside of the castle are helping, I think, encouraging the Corruptrons to climb them and attack the walls in a place where there are easy targets. My little guys repair everything in under a minute, and I'm soon ready for more. Well, I stopped paying attention for several waves, and when I come back, all my guys are out of the quarry somehow and dropping like flies. I figure out that the door to the quarry was destroyed, then my guys automatically rebuilt it, but of course they did not automatically relock it. Not too much damage was done. I realize that a destroyed block around my very first platform allows my Bricktrons to climb up on it and replace some wards that have gotten destroyed over the past 80 waves or so. But that task distracted me from several more deaths. I could have saved a few more of my poor yellow friends if I noticed the enemies at the door to the top of the screen there. We end this wave down 5 Bricktrons, but we'll get them back soon enough. We just have to kill more Corruptrons. Back in the hole, kiddos. It's kind of messed up. I just reloaded the game after taking a break, and you can see it has triggered 2 stragglers to attack. And when I kill both of them, yep, you can see the game say we've survived 2 more waves than before. The 92nd wave goes by without a hitch. And, yep, we repair everything quickly enough. Our quarry is almost certainly going to last us until the game ends, for whatever reason. Look at how big that is. They really hate cutting stairs, huh? I'm sure it will be fine. It is not fine. All 15 of my Bricktrons are trapped down here. They finally start cutting stairs, but only at the bottom of the quarry. And now they can't hop back up the first big block. I actually start to think I've lost. What can I do? They can't get out of the quarry. They refuse to dig these stairs. takes me embarrassingly long to figure out that they can just dig their way out of this predicament. There you go. And now I can build proper stairs as soon as I finish off these corruptrons. Or whatever. I'll just YOLO it. What's the worst that can happen? Actually, nothing. That's fine. What? Now, where are you lot coming from? Were you trying to plug up holes in the ground? Why are these holes here? They aren't even over any tunnels of mine. The corruptrons just started digging holes in the middle of nowhere. We've officially broken them. Yep, and now there's a wizard that is just stuck outside the castle. I don't think there's any danger, so I let my guys out. Attacking it doesn't do anything. It just stays there. Oh, and that wizard distracted me and I didn't lock my guys in the quarry fast enough. A moment of silence, please, for Gaben and now Thyone. The wizard's almost dead. Almost. Yes. My guys are trying to replace some blocks in my castle wall and their pathfinding got borked again. They've aggroed a big fella who's just been lying in wait for him, I guess. Oh, big hit. Yeah, turns out this old quarry was a mistake. The corruptrons are fixated on digging under my wall, which would obviously be disastrous. So I decided to try to plug it up. And hopefully this doesn't just encourage the enemies to attack over here. Spoiler alert, it does. Well, the good news is that fixing the old quarry has fixed the pathfinding. My Brictrons walk through the castle instead of taking the long way around. I'm bored, and I have a ton of sentinel wards and building supplies, so I decide to plop down this blueprint over where the wizard got stuck. This is probably just a waste of resources, but I don't see how it could hurt. My sentinel wards do nothing if I don't place them. At least here they might do some damage. The new platform is almost complete after just a few minutes. The wave is starting, so I send my faithful Brictrons down to the dungeon. The lasers make short work of the Corruptrons, at least when they enter the castle. Ah, this stupid quarry. Ah, and I realize I can see the crystal's health when I block out everything with my castle walls. It will recharge between waves, so I still think this game will end for some other reason. And this big boy's torn.
Should I help out in this hole and completely demolish the wall? Or should I run up these stairs and die in 2 seconds?
We're smarter. Platform's almost done. Just gotta knock out the stairs. So this thing should help, right? Everyone agrees it'll help? It does not help. And look at the lag. This is what I dealt with. Uh-oh. Please don't go in the hole. Please don't go in the hole. Go into the castle. Into the castle. And I think right about here, if you look real close, you can see a wizard hop down. We are in trouble. So this wizard will summon mobs faster than I can kill them. That means this corner of the wall is definitely coming down. I see no way to stop it. He's pretty fun to watch, though. I think right about here, I decide to send out my workers. They'll die, but maybe they can convince the wizard to come attack them inside my castle. Or not. Yeah, they don't do much. Nice try, guys. So, okay, and then I get a bright idea to support my castle walls from closer to the interior with these new blocks over here. So now when the Corruptrons dig out the ground, my wards will be able to shoot them through the holes in the wall, hopefully without the entire thing coming down. Yeah, so here you can see it's working, sort of. I can't hit many of them. But the next wave is on its way. All safe and sound. No, why didn't they ever fix that hole next to the crystal? We can't afford these sorts of slip-ups, guys. I decide to appoint a hero. Now this is the most exciting part of the entire challenge, so watch close at the heroic adventures of Little Tim. He trudges up the steps through heavy, friendly fire. He makes it to the crystal. He takes a deep breath and collects himself. He's attacked! Red blasts are firing from all sides. He's bravely slapping the rock monsters with his hands. I tell him to pick up the block, but he can't be held back. He wants to keep punching Corruptrons. Buddy, they're made of rock. Please, just fix the wall. And he's done it! Tim has saved the day. Well, okay, the wave's over. We were going to be perfectly fine, of course. But don't tell Tim that. As the wave dies down, we see that the old quarry is actually doing okay. At least we can shoot the wizard. And he's dead. Phew. I decided to try to fix this old quarry. Now, this is a horrible idea for a number of reasons. First, the Bricktrons prioritize building low down before high up. This is usually good because you typically want them to build from the bottom up. But here, we will just not be able to replace blocks in our wall until these blocks are all placed down here. Oh well. Might be worth it. Now, we don't get much done before wave 100 attacks. And yeah, this is it. The 100th wave. They are coming for our new platform, so we will get to see it in action. Every single Corruptron attacks this new platform. It does not stand a chance. Now, that's okay. I'm okay with what's happening right now. I always figured this platform wouldn't last very long. I do wonder if maybe I should have figured out a way to fit it inside the castle. I don't know. We've killed shockingly few of them, I think. They start to focus their devastation on that north wall. Now, is it just me, or are my sentinel wards not firing like they should be? Yep, it's right around here when I start to think I broke the game. Too many wards or something. They can't fire, right? Hardly any of them are getting shots off. And this is what it's been like for the last 40 minutes or so. Down to about 2 frames a second, maybe less. And yeah, that north wall is coming down, and it would have been nice if we could see that destruction with a better frame rate, but oh well. The destruction continues, as does the abysmal frame rate. I freed my Brictrons, hoping they'll distract the Corruptrons or something. Every little bit helps, I guess. I consider sending them to the edge of the map, but I like to think they'd prefer to go down with the ship. And here's another view of the remnants of our castle. My Sentinel wards never do start working properly. It's over. Here you can really feel the pain in real time. This is real time. I didn't slow this down. This is the frame rate I was experiencing for this entire wave. Our valiant last stand eventually ends. Defeat. So there you have it. We survived exactly 100 waves, and then the game just turned off our Sentinel wards. Henceforth, the once glorious lands upon which the Brictrons thrived becometh a territory governed by the ruthless Corruptrons. Well, what do you think? Could we have gotten further if we did something differently? Did my Sentinel wards stop firing because of me or my computer? Let me know in the comments if I could have gone farther. And if you enjoyed any part of this series, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I know I enjoyed the heck out of this challenge, and I enjoyed sharing it with you. And I am very excited to soon be starting my next new series, a completely blind playthrough of Outer Wilds. I know literally nothing about that game, except that a lot of people really like it. And I do also know that it is not the same thing as Outer Worlds, which is another game I don't know anything about, so I'm not really sure why I'm bringing it up. Whatever. I'm expecting Outer Wilds to be a good time. Anyways, if you guys have more ideas for Castle Story playthroughs, let me hear them. Even if it's years after I record this, drop me a comment. I will read it. Thanks for all the love, everyone. Y'all take care.